Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me going with Q2 of the bi-weekly contest 153. Maximize active section with trade 1. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me in Discord. Let me know what you think about this one. This one I took a long time on just because it's very easy to make mistakes and I'm just trying really best not to make silly mistakes. But that said, this is an important part of learning Q4. So definitely, if you watch that video, I will definitely refer you to watch this. So I hope you're watching this and understand. But basically, this is a problem of case analysis, and really there are only the way that I thought about it. Maybe there could be even be simpler, but just two cases, right? And yeah, I'm just trying to bring up my drawing board real quick, and yeah, and the two cases is kind of like this, right? So. First of all, yeah, you can only choose a 1 that is surrounded by zeros, right? Just to, but otherwise, then now you have, say, 0, 1, right? And then the idea here is that the two examples, one is in a greedy way because we can pick the entire array. We just pick up a min 1 and a max 0. Max 0 could be here, it could be here, it doesn't matter, right? And then just swap them. Pretty straightforward, I think. Just maximum number of 1s, maximum number of 0. Of course, this is not quite perfect because if you see, like this 1, if we flip this to 0, then and here we can flip all the 1s as well, right? So it's not quite the same, but it'll be a good first pass because if this is a 1 and these are zeros, then they're not related and you can flip 2 of them, right? And like, for example, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's just more zeros here, right? Doesn't matter. So those are the two cases, those are the cases, right? And then the other second case is, of course, just what we talked about, which is that if we flip the group of 1s, what do we get? Well, if we flip a group of 1s, we also know that it's going to be surrounded by zeros because if it's not surrounded by zeros, then you can't do it. So it is just, and you know that the ones that you just flip will flip back to 1s because here flipping this means that you also flip these as a combination move, right? So flipping 1s and then the adjacent zeros, those are the two cases, and you can kind of figure out. I mean, you only have one action with 2 moves, so this is the only way you can break it down with all the case analysis. And once you realize that, then you just have to kind of grind through it. I thought it was very annoying to write these things, but yeah, but this is how I do it, how I did it anyway. I convert the thing to a list of the zeros and 1s, and then just to count them, right? And then yeah, and then here we we just get to group max zeros and max 1. The max 0 and min 1, right? The max 0 is very obvious, and min 1 is also mostly obvious, but you have this index thing so that you're surrounded by zeros. That's basically all that's saying. And if so, you have min 1. Alright, if min is not infinity, that means that you can at least make one move, because if it is infinity, that means that even if you have 1s, it's either on the beginning or the end or something like that, so it's not surrounded, so you don't do this thing, right? And then this thing, yeah, and then as a result, start is just the number of 1s you have at the beginning, and then you subtract out the 1s, and then you add back the zeros. Remember that they're not next to each other. I mean, it could be, but if we do the math, and this would just not be optimal, right? Like, if the min 1 is next to the max 0, that means that the second part, which we'll go over, will have the better result anyway. So that's why we're not really considering it, or feel free to skip it. And in this case, it's just, yeah. For any groups of 1, we look at the adjacent groups of zeros, because by definition of grouping, the index minus 1 will be 0, and index plus 1 will be 0, and this will be the size of them. And that's it. That's the delta, right? Because yeah, you just add the number of adjacent zeros to the 1 to the final count, and then you take the best out of all those, and that's it. Yeah, this is gonna be linear time, linear space due to the fact that I use this group by. You could probably do a little bit better, or you could definitely do a constant space thing, but it's just, I don't know, during the contest it's easier for me to write. And that's it. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and you can watch me solve it live in the contest next. Let's give it a submit. All right. Inactive session, active session. All right. One is active. Okay. One trade. You can a block of ones that's surrounded by zeros to all zero. Okay. Afterwards, come. So what does that mean? After making one optimal trade. Let's do it in order though. So. Okay. Augmented. Oh, there's ones on both sides. I see. I didn't even see that. Didn't read the note. Okay, so you can always choose a 0. What is this saying? Is this the same of just converting ones to zeros? I don't get it. But we're trying to maximize the ones. It's a really awkward problem. I mean, because the examples they give you are not very good, or very illustrative, which is intentional and that's fine. But I'm trying to think through it because you have multiple sections, right? So okay, so what's the greedy part? Greedy would be to minimize this and then maximize this. 0 to 1. So you wouldn't necessarily choose the same one. It's just minimize, maximize, right? I don't think there's anything that crazy about it. You just have to be careful. Okay, fine. Yeah. Active section, and the section is not a block, which is confusing. Okay. So it's just case analysis, but it's so annoying. Okay, fine. How do I make it less annoying? So the two cases, one is greedy on both sides, and then the other is one total move, right? Okay, it is what it is. Do I want to write DP? Yeah, this is so annoying to write. I think that's the annoying thing. Right, so okay. Okay. So best is equal to 0, right? So if g is equal to 1, we want to convert it to a 0, and it's a string version of 1, right? If they're multiple, what do we do? I guess it doesn't matter. No, it should be in the second part, right? So okay, so it's just case analysis. Okay, and then can I do it that way? This is so annoying. And also we don't want the best, we want the min, right, in a greedy way. How am I so slow on the Q2? Okay. This is so annoying, actually. I'm spending more time trying to not get a wrong answer than I am actually just coding, so focus. I want to write this. This is so annoying. Okay. Actually, let me just... Okay, right. And then now we want... Okay, so we the two okay. So we want them. Okay, so we think about them independently and dependently, right? Okay, so min one. Okay, so then that's one possible answer, and that's not quite right actually. We need because if index is greater than 0 and index is less than okay, then now if min 1 is not equal to infinity. Okay, so you have to find a 1 first. Okay, so then if it's not infinity, then wait, right? Yeah. So then it is going to be minus min1 plus max 0. Okay, so that's one possible answer. The other is same idea, I guess, actually. Just do it in this way. We want to start with no. Start the last. Skip the last two elements. Okay. Then here, if G is equal to 1, also these are strings. I'm gonna mess that up. Okay. If it's a 1, then we look at then best is equal to max best. Cost is going to be I need to define this. I'm doing it. It's going to be start minus t plus index of. I guess this could have been prefix sum. Whatever. This is so prone to mistakes, though. I don't know. Let's see at least the base cases. 1363 is wrong. Why is that wrong? Oh, I have to add. This is not a subtract t, it's y, because we converted back in this example. Okay, fine. 1474. All right, still very prone to being wrong. Let's YOLO submit. We always spend too much time. Okay. Oh. Sometimes you get a happy surprise. Well, we have 2 hot. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this contest, these problems, and my explanation, everything in between. Stay good, stay healthy, take care of mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye bye.